are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Throwing on first down is Carr. Open man is Duvernay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On play action, now Carr. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Carr. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Carr now on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Taylor. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now a play fake. Carr. And this is caught. It's Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about it. That's caught inside the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter.
Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Carr now on first down. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson He scored on the ground and through the air. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the INT, it's Carr. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
He's going to take another shot here. And got his man complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Back to
to throw again. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Carr. Finding Gibson on the slam. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after.
Touchdown, Washington. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great?
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, and out across midfield down to the 45.
A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Flush to his right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are right back in this football game.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. Room here to run. A huge play there for Washington. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Carr.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Now, Carr again.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is He's been coached really well.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A huge play there for Washington. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Carr going to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Carr. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break, from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
2nd down and goal. Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as